Psycho Rangers.
Identity, which we associate as us, individual fans, like our own Kanohi within the lore. In regards to catchphrases, we can identify those with certain releases in relation to the lineup of each year from the very beginning in the first of advertisements. But like any brand with its own slogan, BIONICLE doesn't just have one. In fact, it did not keep a consistent slogan from the beginning. It kept evolving and changing, adapting with the lineup and as the story progressed. Here, I have selected my favorites, but I won't be focusing nearly on quotes, but really the catchphrases as they are defined. The same lines of dialogue used to embrace the advertising, and the ones that ring true to each year and setting. When I think of a basis within the toy line that forms a complex paradox out of simplicity, the quote from 2008, the Fantoka and Mystica era, comes to mind, which is simply battle for power. When considering the might of the Toa,
only the mighty Toa are able to remove the taint of Makuta.
Facing off against the new threat in the form of Makuta variants, I think greatly in depth into the slogan. If they're both battling for power, it truly entails the strength of two. Who has the greater merit? Who has the greater power? Who is more entitled? A basic but simplified variant of survival of the fittest. I truly appreciate when BIONICLE goes dark, playing on a fear factor, and the slogans play into this as well. In 2002, with the release of the Borak, if you wake one, you wake them all. Yes. It's a catchphrase I did forget for a while, but totally was reinvigorated upon discovering it. And 1 year later, the Borak Kyle built on it with 6 new reasons to hide. In contemplation of the movie quotes, my most favorite is from Mask of Light, "A hero will be revealed." Factually, with the movie blindsiding us by the focus of 2 Matoran, it was even more surprising when Takanuva did finally show up. Although the sentence on the box art confirms it, before Takanuva saved Machinui and his brethren, Jala saved him. So yes, "A hero will be revealed" describes both the Matoran and focus of the film. One proactive year later, we focused on the retroactive in the prequel of Metru Nui. Building off 2003, the new catchphrase was "a mystery to be revealed." This is a near perfect way of building off the cliffhanger of the last comic of 2003, when Vakama stated, "You are not the first Toa." Honestly, I was not surprised, but I define the speculation as expertise, building into Metru Nui, the city of legends. It perfectly described what we were about to learn in the past of BIONICLE as opposed to the present. The mystery began with establishing the characters we love, how this legend truly began. Jumping ahead into 2006, we have the second appearance of this catchphrase. It simply began as a quote from Mask of Light that made its way into the advertisement of the new Toa and Aika. It's appropriate. This line is present with so much emphasis on Matoro, as it comes from his mentor, Toa Kopaka Nuva.
Good moves.
Even I get lucky sometimes.
Not luck. It's what you do that makes a hero.
For our penultimate entry of this list, we have the conglomerate slogan that Tony Wedgwood first delivered of 6 heroes, 1 destiny. Absolutely appropriate. However, it's a close second to perhaps the most iconic Bionicle quote and slogan throughout the entirety. Find the power, live the legend. This is where it all began, the one we hold so true as the perfect identity that establishes it from the beginning and carries it through to the end. Surprisingly, I thought it would remain my favorite, but there is one Bionicle slogan I love to a greater extent. This final entry made me laugh. It's one I had forgotten about, but upon hearing it, I knew it had to be the number one. 2005, us fans in the Toa Hortica are introduced to the legend of Kitongu. Allegedly, he exists, without proof, but by a blindside, did his toy commercial hit the mark. In the triad with Rudaka and Sidorak, Tony Wedgwood delivers of
Kitongu must prove if he's history or legend.
This hits me with the momentum of a feather through stone. My thoughts scrambled. I start to question the writers of the ad. Is it referring to past tense? Is it regarding myth? A single sentence in the English language can be interpreted in multiple ways. These two nouns can be used interchangeably. History has a huge influence, but a legend reverberates across generations, whether true or not, and it fits every definition. I was hit out of left field in 2001 when Digimon Tamers surpassed the first 2 seasons. I can say the same for this quote in 2005. Catchphrases, slogans, are what we associate with the identity of a brand, whether it's a product, a franchise, or a story as in-depth as the LEGO Technic creation, contributing to multiple years and set releases. Each one is as important to the Kanohi of the characters we love. It's all about identity, the one we associate with what Tony Wedgwood introduced in 2001. Thanks for joining this week on Rated Exploited. Forever your fellow gamer.
Now it's time for you to make new legends, for that is the way of the Bionicle.